What is up, guys? Dub Gaming here, and these are people I think are going to be downgraded from silver to bronze in NBA 2K16. This video was a lot harder to make than the other two because a lot of players that I think should have been downgraded from silver are either playing in Europe, like Vitor Favorani, currently not at a team, like Ben Gordon, or are currently in the process of signing with a team, like Kendall Marshall is at the Sixers. First up is Udonis Haslem. The only reason I think he was even a silver in NBA 2K15 was because of the Miami Heat's 4 finals in a row. He averaged 3.8 points per game 2 seasons ago, and that's definitely not worthy of even a silver player. Last season Haslem was a little bit better and averaged 4.2 points per game, but really for a silver player, as well as only averaging 4.2 rebounds per game, these stats, along with the fact that the Miami Heat didn't even make the playoffs this year, I can see Udonis Haslem dropping to a bronze, albeit a highly rated bronze at around a 69. Next up, we have the 8th pick in the 2014 NBA draft, Nick Stauskas. At the time he was drafted, Stauskas was considered the second best shooter in the draft, along with Doug McDermott. The shot just didn't translate to the NBA again. He shot only 32% from 3 after being under 25% for most of the season, and he only averaged 4.4 points per game. I can see Nick Stauskas dropping 4 ratings from a 74 to a 68. Stauskas has been traded to the Sixers, so he'll be on a team a lot worse than the Kings, and hopefully he'll be able to improve in his second season. Next up is a player who will definitely be downgraded to a bronze. What he was doing as a silver in NBA 2K15, I have no idea. He averaged 3.3 points per game 2 seasons ago at the Raptors. And once he was traded to Utah, his stats just got worse. He only averaged 2.2 points per game, and when he was traded to the Thunder, he only shot 20% from 3, and this is from a person who pretty much his whole game is just threes, and he only averaged 1.2 points per game in 13 games for the Thunder. I can see Steve Novak going down to being one of the lowest rated players in the game at around a 65 overall. Next up is Miles Plumlee. 2 seasons ago when he was with the Suns, he started 79 games, averaged 8.1 points per game and 7.8 rebounds per game. He deserved the 77 rating that he had in 2K15. But somehow, the next year, he wasn't as good. He averaged 4 points per game while he was with the Suns and lost his starting centre spot. He was traded on the deadline to Milwaukee in the trade that sent Michael Carter-Williams to Milwaukee, and it sent Brandon Knight to Phoenix. It got much worse when he went to Milwaukee. He went from playing 18 minutes a game to playing 9 minutes a game, and his points dropped to 3.2 points per game, and his rebounds to 2.4. A person who's averaging 3.3 points and 2.4 rebounds doesn't deserve to be a silver, but because of the season he had 2 years ago, I think he's going to be a very high rated bronze, so I'm going to guess around a 69 overall for him as well. Next up is Samuel Dalembert. At the start of his career when he was with the 76ers, he was a 10-10 guy, but he's just not the same player anymore. He had an okay season when he played for the Knicks. He only played 32 games and he averaged 4 points and 5 rebounds a game, but them stats were with the Knicks, who were the worst team in the NBA last season, so you can't really count them. Sure, Langston Galloway was a starter for that Knicks team, but he's been traded back to Dallas, so hopefully he can regain some of the form he had 2 years ago. I know it's probably a bit harsh giving him a bronze, but I have a feeling 2K will do that because of how bad the Knicks were last season and how he didn't really contribute to making them any better. Last up is a player who's had a massive fall from grace over the last few years. 5 years ago he was an all-star after averaging 18 points and 10 rebounds per game with the Charlotte Bobcats. Since the New Jersey Nets relocated to Brooklyn, Gerald Wallace has averaged 7.7 points per game, 5.1 points per game, and this season only averaged 1.1 point per game with the Celtics. I was shocked to read that this guy is only 33 years old, so he really shouldn't have dropped that much in his standard. Gerald Wallace has recently been traded to the Philadelphia 76ers, where hopefully he can add a bit of experience to the young team that they've built there, but I can't see him playing that much minutes for them, and I can't see him being anything higher than a 65 rated bronze this year. So yeah, these are 6 players that I think are going to be downgraded from silver to bronze in NBA 2K16. If you think any other player should have been downgraded, leave it in the comments, and thanks for watching. Please like, comment and subscribe.